Well, hey, Jody.
Hi, Brian.
Hey, we've worked together on Career Ready Lancaster so many hours and so many Zoom sessions, but I never really got to understand, what does AFP do?
So we at AFP, we just make cheese sauce and pudding. We're co-packers, so what we do is we make cheese sauce and pudding for other people. But you would know us more from like going to like a ball game or a movie theater, and you get the pretzels and they push the button and the cheese sauce comes out. That's us. But that's all we do:
Great.
Cheese sauce and pudding.
So I owe several pounds to you.
Yes.
For,
one of the perks is we get a very good discount on that. But it's just a manufacturing company where, we're local. We don't have our own brand, so people don't know us. So that's why it's so important for us to get out to the schools. But we just make cheese sauce and pudding, and we make 1 million pounds a day.
Oh, my word. How many employees does it take to make 1 million pounds a day?
About 200.
So you have 200 employees. So you have a whole tech department, HR department.
We have a food scientist department.
Okay.
Where they're the ones that come up with the new ideas. So when you see, like a new flavor of cheese sauce or something like that, that's the group that comes up with it.
So when we're going to be partnering now and having some people from your organization come out and talk to my students at Ephrata, there's a lot more than just people that know how to make cheese sauce that can come out and talk about. They can talk about the human relations side, the technical side, shipping. I'm sure there's a whole logistics
department.
piece. Yeah.
One of the interesting parts, I think, for me is the cost accounting piece of it. So we have an entire finance department, and they have to look at the minutia of, okay, if you're going to make 1 cup of pudding, it takes X amount of each ingredient, and then like the plastic and the cup, and how does that cost, and then you have to figure out the pricing on it. I would find it awful, but they find it interesting.
Yeah.
So if you have somebody who's very accountant minded.
We have a whole track of classes for kids to
go
into that line of work. So I'm sure they would find it relevant and to see how it works in the real world. That's what we're always looking for.
I think it's important for businesses to actually open their doors. Educators, they can't teach in a vacuum. It's 20, 30 years ago, that's the way education might have been. But educators nowadays are so open and willing, and they want businesses to step in and say, hey, look, this is what we're looking for. This is what our skill set is. And I think it's important for businesses to actually do that. This is an opportunity of a lifetime to actually be involved with educators.
We're always looking for ways to make what we're teaching relevant. Make sure that students see that it's valued beyond the classroom, beyond the grade that they're going to get for that class. We want them to see relevance and authenticity in their work. And if we can do that at the same time by helping to align the skills and dispositions that are valued in our community with our employers, that helps the employer. That helps the employer have a better, high quality set of possible employees each year coming out into the workforce. So by employers reaching in and helping to get involved in the local school system to help bring relevance to the content, they'll not only learn that content more deeply because it's been made relevant for their lives, they'll also have students who are skilled in areas that they want in future employees.
That's just the perfect answer. I think, quite honestly, for us, we look at it as today's 8th, 9th, and 10th graders are our future. And as a business, we have to look at that. We can't say, well, I'm going to get them after college. That's not helping us in the future. You're already years past that point. So that's the key part to me, is we just need to be open to that. And we need to say, look, this isn't going to guarantee that every 8th, 9th, and 10th grader I talk to is going to be my employee. But this is going to guarantee that every 8th, 9th, and 10th grader that we talk to is going to have a better chance of success than kids 20 years ago did. Or the graduates that are coming out of college right now, we're giving them the leg up for the future by working together. And that partnership is invaluable. In a business world, you live in that vacuum of, why can't our teachers teach this? Why can't the schools do this? Well, the schools are busy, the teachers are busy. And we need to do our part as a community and as a business partner to say, what can we do to assist in driving these and giving you the skill, giving you the opportunities to say, hey, this is what resilience looks like in Conestoga Wood, and this is what resilience looks like in AFP. And without that opportunity, you're teaching it in a vacuum.
Exactly, and the alignment there is so crucial. That if one employer wants one set of skills and another employer wants a different set of skills and a third employer wants something different, and then the world outside of Lancaster County wants something yet different, that's not helpful for us. So the energy invested in what CRL has done in pulling together those 5 traits that are most important that everyone in the business world can agree upon. That allows us at the district to focus and share resources across districts because we're all aiming at the same targets. And aiming at those targets that are meaningful for kids, not aiming at the targets that, the No Child Left Behind testing era has us being evaluated by and targeting. So I think that shift and then the alignment of what all the businesses have come to agree upon, and then sharing that across districts, that this is an opportunity, like you said, that we haven't had before. We haven't had alignment in the business world, consistency and clarity, and we haven't shared that with all the districts to be able to all get behind it and share resources across district lines. So this is a great moment, I think, for Lancaster County, for schools and businesses to work together towards common goals for our kids.